Well, we just had a great visit home. It's good to be back on the boat here in Malta, and we are looking forward to another cruise this summer. We got a lot of work to do to get started here though. The boat is totally covered in this red Sahara dust, and we got to get her hauled out and clean the bottom up and ready to cruise the Mediterranean again this year.
I wanted to break away to see the world.
I longed for excitement, the romance of travel.
So we built a boat.
And now we travel the oceans. Join us as we voyage to distant shores. The independent island nation of Malta stands rugged and strong in the central Mediterranean. With an area of only 316 square kilometers, it appears as a small dot on the map of the Mediterranean Sea. But its position between Europe and Africa in the Sicilian Channel has made it an important waypoint for maritime trade and defense throughout the ages. In the 1500s, the Christian Order of the Knights of St. John made Malta their headquarters to defend Europe from invasion, and created one of the world's greatest fortified cities. We arrived at the harbor of Mcida Creek in the late fall aboard our 37-foot sailboat two-step to ride out the winter storms here. Now it's time to get her ready for a new season.
Hey, we're off to our haul out. We're gonna go and get the bottom painted. I think we're gonna find an exciting garden down there. We are going so slow.
So it's off to the Manuel Island Yacht Yard for our annual scrub down and haul out. In the Second World War, this was the Allies' most important submarine base in the central Mediterranean and suffered heavy attacks. By our slow motion, it seems likely we've picked up some underwater growth over the winter spent here in the water. Our friends Ray and Elizabeth, who are down for a vacation, have come aboard to help us maneuver into the slip. Ray has even hinted he'll help out with a dirty job of cleaning the bottom.
Okay, I guess the old bottom paint wasn't working that well. That is terrible.
If you left that in the water a bit longer, that could be a world conservation area.
Want to get all of this stuff off the places where they're going to prop it up, so that it doesn't slide off of the stands. Doesn't this look nice? Très élégant.
9 tons of boat will be balanced by these wooden props once the travel lift leaves. 7 of them will be wedged in around the hull, but almost all of the weight rests on the bottom of the keel.
And we have our very good friend Ray, who is helping us out here today. And he seems to have had the worst of it in terms of getting blue stuff.
I'm slightly blue today.
This is a good friend to be helping out. Now, you were saying you would rather do this than tour
It makes
around.
a very pleasant change.
Nice.
I'd rather be doing this getting blue than I will be lying on the beach getting red.
All right, well, that's got it mostly scraped. We're gonna power wash it, we can sand it, and we gotta paint. So we'll be here in the yard about a week. Luckily, it's Easter, so we're gonna see what the island's got to offer for Easter celebrations.
To learn more about Easter celebrations in Malta, my friend Mignon takes me to her local parish, the Church of St. Mary, better known as the Malta Dome. It was built between 1833 and 1860. It's said to be the third largest unsupported dome in Europe with a diameter of 39.6 meters. Easter is one of the most splendid celebrations here in Malta, we're learning. What are we seeing going on around here, Mignon?
It's a special event actually. This is all a preparation of what will be happening tomorrow. Every statue has its meaning, and they'll be displaying them through the streets. We cherish very much this special moment of Easter.
The big feast is on Sunday, it's Easter Sunday. It's the resurrection of Christ. And here are the Stations of the Cross, we call them. They depict the last 24 hours of Christ before he was crucified.
I spend about half an hour with Manuel, learning the stories of all the statues, and find that some unusual materials have been used in their construction.
All these type of nickel stands, they come from casings of Second World War bombs. And after the war, a lot of people had these casings and they decorated their homes with them.
So much better use for
Yes.
than their original use.
They're made of good brass, and so we found good use of them. Recycling.
Yes. There's a story about this church and a bomb, isn't there?
Yes.
What happened there?
It was 9th April 1942,
Yes.
and a big bomb, it's a 1,000-pound bomb. It went through the dome, and it struck that Christ. You can see that the red and blue is
the
brighter.
paint is a little different. Yes, it is brighter.
Because that was crashed by the bomb, and the bomb from there it hit a wall here, and it rested on the other side.
So it shot.
Yeah, from there to here to there. There were about 400 people. As you can imagine, all people were huddled in the chapels of the church, and nobody was hurt.
Oh my goodness. A lot of prayers happened at that moment, I'm sure.
I'm sure of it.
Next we go below the church to see how another World War II relic is used at Easter. Wow, it's really deep. We're not far from the Malta Dome, and we're just going down underground. This is one of the bomb shelters that people hid out during the war. Oh, I see, and they've done the
That's right.
stages of the cross here. Oh my goodness, look at all the work. So the Easter story is told and retold in many different ways here.
Quite big actually.
Yes, it is. So people came down here during the war
Yeah,
while
yeah.
the
For
raids
safety,
were going on.
that's right.
What will many people in the villages be doing this evening? You were telling us about
Yes, this evening we start what we call the 7 visits. We do 7 visits to churches. It is like it's the beginning of the preparation of this event. Do it from one church to another. So it's like you go from one village to another and you pray. It's like a preparation for what God's will be going through. So you do a lot of praying for this special moments.
Oh.
Are you interested in the cruising lifestyle? Are you planning to sail away on a cruising adventure? Or researching cruising areas and destinations? Distant Shores is a television series about the cruising life, with lots of tips for sailors planning to sail away.
This is Oswego, New York. We are entering the Erie Canal system, and this will take us all the way from Lake Ontario to the Hudson River, which gets us to New York City.
Plus destination information to help you make your cruising plans.
Yeah, I can stand on the bottom.
We've been filming Distant Shores for nearly 15 years and know the fun and challenges of the cruising life. We've made Distant Shores with you in mind. We include plenty of cruising tips in this travel series, as well as lifestyle segments and hints for sailors heading to exotic destinations. encouragement for you and your crew to get out cruising. Destinations include the Intracoastal Waterway, the Bahamas, Caribbean, the Mediterranean, Scandinavia, transatlantic passage making, the French canals, and more. Back at the marina, we celebrate Easter Sunday with the sailing community.
The hardest part about cruising is when you have to say goodbye to friends there. The nice thing is that you're probably going to meet again somewhere. You have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Bye, Paul. Alina's off to Tunisia today, and we envy her.
You're on your own, mate. Adios, amigos. Bye, Alina.
Alina and Lee are the first of the international sailors who have spent the winter here in Malta to set sail for a new season of adventures exploring the Mediterranean. Now the rest of us are itching to get out there too. We're just starting to apply a fresh coat of anti-fouling. This bottom paint contains copper and other chemicals that help prevent growth of barnacles and weed on the hull. Because we let the last one go too long, you saw all the growth we had. So every season we put on a couple more coats, and that will help us have a safe and fast trip.
Four for £1 strawberries, fresh strawberry.
Sunday morning, it's a once-a-week market at the Marshalschlag Harbor. I'm here with my friend Marie-Louise, who is showing me around. Well, you can tell it's a very popular market. There's just so many people, you can barely stop to shop for what you want.
Because it's beeswax cream, it's made from the beeswax. Because the beeswax is good for skin.
Let's try it. Yeah, it feels nice. Springtime is time for artichokes, and we're at a little bit of the end of the season here, aren't we, in April? But we're finding some good ones. What should I look for when I'm buying an artichoke, Marie-Louise?
You must have a nice purple color for this part of the Mediterranean. They do value purple color.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a nice closely closed leaves, and of course fresh.
And I understand that you have a special recipe for preparing them
Yes.
too. So we're going to go back to Marie-Louise's home and have a lesson on preparing artichokes.
Thank you. Bienvenue. It's like the old Roman houses, which would be built with a central atrium, and then the sun would come pouring down. And even in the winter time, with all the rooms being around this courtyard, it actually warms the rooms in the winter time. You know, the sun comes shining through. And then in the summertime, it keeps it very cool. And this is our kitchen.
Oh, isn't this beautiful? So, I'm really looking forward to learning how to prepare artichokes. I've never done that before. What's the first step?
Right, well, we're going to put all the artichokes in a big pot, and it's really very simple. You just put them all on the bottom, sprinkle a little bit of salt. You don't want to drown them, but just enough to create moisture and steam. And then you put the lid on, bring it to a boil. Just pull a leaf out, and if it comes out, it's ready. The next step is you take your artichokes out. They're nice and dry, just let them cool down a bit.
Do you turn them upside down to drain or anything like
Yes,
that?
actually you do. You let the water drain out, so I do put them upside down. And then we have to cut the tail off here so that they'll sit very nicely. Yes, we're going to take all the center part out of these artichokes and the little furry part. Then we're going to be left with a nice hollow shell. Then I will take some scissors and cut all the little pointy edges off. And we'll mix these with this sauce, toss them. Very good for you. They're full of iron and vitamins. In fact, in the Middle Ages, they used to boil artichokes and give the patients the juice to drink.
Oh.
Yes.
So anyone with an iron deficiency, eat lots of artichokes.
Absolutely. Put it in here, garnish with the anchovies and the lemons, and we're all set. Et voilà.
Isn't that beautiful? Oh, and such nice
Ready to go.
presentation. Yes. Well, thank you very much, Marie-Louise.
There we are.
Afraid this will be a bit cooler, huh?
Help yourself. Wine, everybody's
So you can see on the bottom it's kind of soft, so I just dip that in. And do I eat the whole thing or just...
You just rake off the meat with your teeth.
The soft part comes off and
Okay, so...
the soft part.
And it's only on the top and then inside.
So I'm just scraping this off, and it's the same flavor as the heart. It's just so delicious. Thank you so much.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Meeting new friends.
Is that a quoi?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Oh, it's such a beautiful boat. With the paint still drying on our boat, Tony Camilleri, one of Malta's top racers, invites us out for a sail. So we got a beautiful day. We're just coming out of the harbor here. And I think with this weather and our new friends, we're going to have a super day sailing on Blue Diamond.
It's a lot of excitement.
You wish you were there?
Of course. So normally I'm taking part in the long distance races rather than the short distance races. This is a short race. It's in fact a race in a series. My first cruising boat was in 1984. I started with a 26-foot boat and then gradually upgraded to a 32-foot boat, to a 40-foot boat, and now I've got this, which is a 44-foot overall.
You want to beat your father or downwind?
Which groundmaster brought water to Valletta? Right. What is a Mediterranean climate?
Lovely.
It's fun to sail on different boats and make new friends from other countries.
looking really good. This has been a great haul out. It's been really good here in Malta. We've got everything done that we wanted on the boat. She's looking great, ready to explore some more.
Finally back in the water again, we plan a short test sail to the smallest of the 3 Maltese islands, Comino. This little island is full of caves and grottos and looks great for diving. Excellent. That's a beautiful dive. The cavern is gorgeous, and those little tube worms were really cute. Diving around here is really nice. And I think by the time it gets into the middle of the summer and the water warms up a bit, this is a great place to come for a dive.
It's been a relaxing break to sail to Comino, but we've discovered a few more things that should be repaired. Back at the dock in Malta is the best place to do them.
Well, this is one of the most exciting jobs we get to do on the boat, the maintenance. I just wanted to take a look at the masthead. We like to check everything out. You see here we've got this fitting and it's broken. My masthead light, that's our nav light when we're underway, so we gotta get that working again. It's a long way down. Well, it's a good job I'm not scared of heights. Well, not too much anyway. So I'll just take this fitting down and then we can take it in and see if we can get another one. Oh my God, this thing's just sitting here. It's not even on it. It's not even held on at all. It was just lying on top of the mast. Well, we were really lucky that this thing didn't land on our heads. Incredibly, I could walk into a store here and get this exact replacement fitting. Incredible, 13 years old. So I'll just tidy it up now and put it back together. We're back in business.
Well, I can't think of a better place to prepare our boat for our upcoming voyage to the Eastern Mediterranean. Spring in Malta is not to be missed. The season is lovely, the weather comfortable. For us, it's been really super because everyone speaks English, so it's been easy for us to communicate. I think we'll probably be back here in Malta.
Are you interested in the cruising lifestyle? Are you planning to sail away on a cruising adventure? Or researching cruising areas and destinations? Distant Shores is a television series about the cruising life, with lots of tips for sailors planning to sail away.
This is Oswego, New York. We are entering the Erie Canal system, and this will take us all the way from Lake Ontario to the Hudson River, which gets us to New York City.
Plus destination information to help you make your cruising plans.
Yeah, I can stand on the bottom.
We've been filming Distant Shores for nearly 15 years and know the fun and challenges of the cruising life. We've made Distant Shores with you in mind. We include plenty of cruising tips in this travel series, as well as lifestyle segments and hints for sailors heading to exotic destinations. Encouragement for you and your crew to get out cruising. Destinations include the Intracoastal Waterway, the Bahamas, Caribbean, the Mediterranean, Scandinavia, transatlantic passage making, the French canals, and more.